All right, welcome. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm going to take you through what I call Twisty Delicious Flow today. So this sequence is composed of lots of twists and balance postures, a little bit of invigoration of heat, and it is designed so that we can really rinse out, renew, and create space in the body and the mind. All right, so let's get started on our backs. You can lie down in whatever way is most comfortable to you. If it's comfortable to have the knees bent, keep them bent. Otherwise, the legs can extend flat on the floor. We're just going to start by taking our right hand to the belly, our left hand to the chest. Close the eyes. Allow the bones to settle. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And a clearing sigh out through the mouth. And again, inhale. Feel the whole body up right to the top. And exhale as you empty out all the way to the bottom. We're going to isolate the breath now. So you're going to breathe into the belly only, puffing up into the right hand, inhaling for 1, belly rising 2, and 3. Exhale, the belly dropping, chest stays still, 3, and 2, and 1. Same thing, let's inhale into the right hand, puff up the belly, 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, belly drops for 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Let's move the breath into the chest now. So inhale, breathe through the left hand, 1, expanding, 2. The chest is rising, it's full. Exhale, let it go, 3, and 2. Try not to move your belly, and 1. Same breath into the chest, left hand for 1, expanding, 2, sipping the breath under the collarbones, and exhale, chest deflates for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's combine these 2 breaths as a unit, starting with the belly, inhale for 1, and 2, belly is full on 3, pause, stay calm here. Now inhale to the chest for 1, 2, on 3, the whole body is full. Pause here, and we're going to exhale out the mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reverse the unit. Inhale to chest first. 1, 2, 3. Pause. And now inhale into belly. 1, 2, 3. Whole body full. Exhale. Pour it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice the void at the bottom. Hold the breath out. Now deep breath in through the nose. Clearing sigh out through the mouth. Good. Open the eyes. Notice how you feel. Notice the space you may have created in the body. Let's bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little side-to-side rock. And then with both knees drawn in, extend the left leg out. Draw the right knee out and up towards the right shoulder. Allow the shoulders to stay heavy. Take a breath in to prepare. The exhale, we're going to draw our thigh across and over to the left as we anchor the right shoulder down. You can have the right arm cactus or lengthen through the arm, palm faces down. And think of drawing the right sit bone down and away from you towards your left heel. 1 more breath, allowing the body to soften into the twist. Good. We'll come back through center. Left knee joins the right. Give yourself a little squeeze. Inhale here. And exhale, we'll just switch. Right leg extends long onto the floor. We're going to draw the left thigh over and across. Anchor through the left shoulder. Press out through the right heel. If it's comfortable, take the gaze over to the left. Good. Nice, easy, soothing breaths. Feeling a little release through the spine. Good, let's come back through center. Right knee joins the left. Curl in. Catch the back of your thighs. We're going to rock and roll just a couple of times. So on the second or even third time, we can cross at the ankles, plant the hands, and we're going to step right back to our downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to explore down dog. Find the foundation, always building the posture from the ground up. Spread through the fingertips. Check that your feet are hip-width apart. When we look to our heels, they should be disappearing behind the ankles. The knees are soft. We lengthen through the arm bones. The ribs are drawing towards the thighs. Sit bones extending up and back. 3 deep breaths here. Try to steady your gaze at one fixed point. And then breathe into that space. For 2. Good. On 1, we're going to come into floating table. Inhale, shoulders come right on top of the wrist. The knees are hovering here. Pull the navel to the spine. Stay here on the exhale. We're working the sternum forward. We're gazing to the top edge of the mat. The heels stay lifted. And then we'll press it up and back, down dog. We'll move like this just a little quicker. Inhale, floating table. Shins are parallel to the floor. Exhale, slide the hips up and back. Inhale to floating table. And exhale, slide it back. Last time, inhale, floating table. We're going to hold here. Imagine that you've got a cup of tea on your sacrum. Try not to spill it. Begin to de-weight your right hand. Right fingertips will touch the left thigh. And then switch. Right hand down. Left fingertips to the right thigh. And switch. Try not to wiggle those hips very much. And switch. Contracting through the core, navel hugging to spine. One more time each side. Good. We meet in downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, give your head a little shake. Most importantly, rediscover your breath. Now rooting down and away through the left hand, release the right hand and take the right hand to the outer left shin, bending the right elbow down to the floor. You can peek underneath the left armpit. Press the mat even further away with your left hand to deepen the stretch. The hip bones are rising. The tailbone is lengthening to the wall behind you. Good. Let's switch it up. Right hand comes down. Left hand threads under. It doesn't matter where you're holding. It could be outer shin, ankle, or even cupping the heel. And then we stretch and lengthen through the right arm as we bend the left elbow down towards the mat. Navel's hugging to spine. Easy breaths. We're just opening up the body one breath at a time. There's no rush. Good. Release left hand back down to the floor. We're going to come forward to high plank. Inhale. Lower to the belly for count of 5. For 4. Try to keep the knees lifted. If it's too much, lower them to the ground. 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes, slide fingertips back and down in line with the low ribs. The elbows are pointing up to the sky. We're going to peel the heart up, strange cobra. Keep the feet anchored. The exhale, we lengthen and lower. And again, inhales, we peel up. Opening just a little further. Exhale, lengthen and lower. Again, charge the legs. One more time. We stay up this time. Begin to drop the left shoulder down as you pull the right shoulder back, attempting to take the gaze to the heels. We'll come back through center. Inhale, right shoulder drops. Pull the left shoulder back. Back through center. Breathe in. We twist over to the right. Drop the left shoulder. One more time each side. Inhale, and the exhale to twist. Back to center, breath in, lengthen and lower to the floor. Plant the hands in line with low ribs, point the toes, press through tops of the feet, up dog or cobra, breathe in. We meet in down dog, breath out. Send the right leg to the sky, inhale, keep the hips square, spread through right toes. Right foot steps to right thumb, lower the left knee to the earth, low lunge, the arms rise up. Lifting through the chest. The right hand catches hold of the left wrist. We want to keep those low ribs tacked down and in as we tip over to the right side, stretching through the left side body. Turn the gaze just beyond the left bicep. And we'll come back through center. Inhale, hands plant down. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Flex the right toes, lift and lengthen through the spine. And then with this thigh, your quadricep nice and firm, fold a little deeper. Good. Lift the torso on the inhale. We're going to walk the hands over to the long edge of our mat. You're keeping the hands wide, at least outer shoulder distance apart. Finding a little twist here, working into the outer line of the right leg. This could be enough. If you want more, touch the left fingertips down just underneath your sternum, and then begin to reach the right arm to the sky. Revolved half splits pose. You can try to look up towards the right hand. We're thinking of suctioning the head of the right femur back and into the right hip socket. Good. Release right hand down. Bend into right knee. Widen the right foot for lizard. Both hands to the inside of the right ankle. We can turn the right toes out here as we sink the hips. Right hand encourages the thigh a little wider, turning the left side rib cage skyward. If you like, add in the bind. Flex and kick into your back hand. The hips still sliding forward. Good. The inhale, release. Hands come down. Turn the right toes back forward. Spin the left heel down as you walk into a wide-legged forward fold. We're going to inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Walk the heels of the hands in line with the heels of the feet. As we bend the elbows, we bring the crown of the head closer to the floor. The shoulders draw onto the back. The back of the neck is long. And we'll add a little twist here. We're going to journey the hands over towards our left leg, both hands catching the outer line of the left shin, ankle, or heel. If that's too much, you can just hold on with the right hand. Left hand can come onto the left hip. If you want a little more, see if you can thread the left arm underneath the body and then press the inner right thigh away as you peek underneath the right bicep. Hips should be square here. Good. We're going to release. Inhale, halfway lift to reset. Exhale, fold. Coming into the other side, both hands walk over towards the right leg. Staying here, right hand to right hip, or maybe threading the right arm underneath the left, peeking underneath the left bicep. You can press the inner thigh away or catch the outside of the thigh, up to you. Good. We'll release back to center. Inhale. The exhale, turn all 10 of your toes forward for runner's lunge. Breath in, breath out as we step to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Rise to standing. Press to the feet, reach tall. Gaze to the fingertips. Exhale, let's dive forward, forward fold. Breathe into lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll place our hands, step right back to down dog. Establish your foundation from the ground up. Set your gaze, find your drishti. Left leg to sky, breathe in. We're going to step the left foot forward, breath out. Our low lunge, right knee sinks to floor, scissor legs. Feel the left hip wrapping back as the right hip drives forward. The arms are long and strong. And then we'll add in the little side bend. Left hand to the right wrist, lift and lengthen. Tip over towards the left, turn the gaze up and towards the right. Back through center, inhale, slide your hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits, lift and lengthen through the spine. Keep the left foot really active as you exhale to fold. Send the breath into where you're feeling the most sensation here. Good. Lifting the torso slightly, we walk the hands over to the long edge, the left edge of your mat. This could be enough. Think of deepening the creases of your hips. Keep pressing out through the left big toe mound, and then perhaps we add on extending the left arm to the sky. It's a tricky balance. Holding here for 3 and 2. Good. Let's release on 1. Hands to the inside of the front foot. Walk this left foot a little wider for lizard pose. The hips slide forward. We turn the left toes out to 10 o'clock. We're on the knife edge of the left foot. Press the left thigh away as you begin to turn and open to the left. The heart is rolling up towards the sky. Feel free to add in the bind. Good. One more inhale. Stay on exhale. Hands come down. We're turning the left toes forward. Tucking the back toes, right heel grounds down. Coming back into our wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Soften the knees. Lace the hands behind you. As you exhale, release the head to the floor. Good. We're going to take the hands down to the earth. Halfway lift. Fingertips touching down just underneath the heart. We want the spine to be long and parallel to the floor as we begin to twist to the right. Notice how the right hip likes to move with you. Try to drop the right hip and widen through the left hip crease. We're twisting, rinsing, as well as lengthening through the spine. Notice how the breath is slightly altered in these confined twists, these confined shapes. And let's release and switch. Halfway lift to prepare. Exhale, twist to the left. Try to square the hips, left hip dropping down, widen through the right hip crease. Well done. Left hand releases to floor. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathing out, we walk back to the top of the mat, all 10 toes facing forward. From here, come into runner's lunge, gaze forward, the hips sink. We'll step to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let out a sigh. Head nice and heavy, rise to standing. And hands to heart center. Release the arms. All right, we're going to build a little more heat with sun salutation A. Press through the feet. Look to the fingertips as you reach up. Inhale here, exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathing out, step or hop back through chaturanga. Know that you can modify at any time by lowering the knees, bending elbows either halfway or to belly. We come up to cobra or up dog on the inhale. Slide the hips up and back, down dog, 3 breaths. Try to slow the breath down and down dog. Slow the thoughts down. Next inhale, gaze forward. Exhale to step or lightly hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing. Press through the feet. We dive right back down. Exhale. Lead with the heart. Halfway lift. Breath in. Chaturanga, breath out. Step or lightly hop. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Just 2 breaths this time. Next inhale, we look forward. Exhale, step or lightly hop to the top. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale as we fold. Rise to standing. Last time, hinge at the hips. Breathing in as we take the halfway lift. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just 1 more breath this time. Inhale. Now on the exhale, take the big toe mounds to touch. You want to try to keep the big toe mounds touching as we hop directly into chair. So looking to where you want to go, bend the knees, feet together, drop the hips, and then see if you can actually touch the mat outside of your heels. We want to keep the hips that low, and now reach the arms up. Good. Find the strength in the legs. Keep up with your breath. Stay here for 3. Belly to spine, 2. Good. On 1, we'll add a twist. We're going to twist to the right, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Turn the gaze beyond the right elbow. Press through the palms. Imagining that one day you can get the sternum in line with your thumbs. We're going to hold it here. Left knee is tacking back in line with the right. Keep your hips heavy. Now listen carefully. We're going to transition directly into revolved half moon. You begin to get light on the left heel, then left foot releases from the floor. As we extend the left leg back, left fingertips touch down, the right arm rises. You can point through the left toes, lift through the left leg. Feel a lifting and squeezing through the inner thighs. Try to get a little lighter on the bottom hand. From here, we'll keep the right arm extended to sky. We're going to crunch the left knee to the outer right ankle. Inhale, kick it back, and exhale to squeeze. Inhale, extend back. Exhale to squeeze. Twice more. Inhale. Maybe this bottom hand even floats off the mat. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Kicking back out one last time. Lower the left toes down to the floor. You can tent through the left hand, easy twist. The right arm is extended upwards and is stacked right on top of the right shoulder. Keep your stance wide and then scissor through the inner thighs like someone is lifting you up and back, pulling your right hand. You'll open to our open arm crescent lunge, twisted crescent lunge. And then see if you can draw the right thumb to stack on top of your back heel. We're looking to the back hand to find that little extra challenge. Good. Let's go for one more breath. Breathe into the twist. We'll come to center. The arms rise up. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to tip forward, step right into chair, return to your twist on the right side. So we've been here before. We're just going to hold it for 3. Maybe open the arms this time, 2. Good. 1. Let's fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or hop through your chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. Let's meet in downward facing dog. One more breath here. It's all in the breath. We're going to come forward to our high plank. So top of a push-up. Shoulders on top of the wrist. Keep the legs strong. Lower onto one forearm and then the other. Hands can come together or you'll keep the arms parallel. Whatever's most comfortable. So from here, the toes are tucked. We're going to sink the hips just to hover off the mat and then lift. So we sink on the inhale. Exhale, lift. Sink, inhale, heart pulls forward. Exhales, you lift, creating a little teepee with the body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go for 5 and 4 for 3 and 2. Good, last one. All right, hips back up to the sky. Walk the toes in, dolphin pose. In dolphin, you're looking back towards the legs as you press the arms away. So elbows are sliding forward, or you're just imagining them pressing forward to find that opening and that strength through the shoulder girdle. Now look to the hands. You're going to place the hands down. At the same time, can you lift the elbows down, dog? Good. Big toe mounds back together to touch. We're going to hop directly into chair pose. Utkatasana, look forward on inhale. Exhale, spring to the top. Heavy through the heels. Sit the bum down. Middle fingers can touch the floor. We rise up. Lift through the chest. Hips stay heavy. Utkatasana. Easy breaths here. Calm the body down with your breath. All right, hands through heart center. Let's find that twist, this time to the left. Right elbow outside of the left thigh. Turn the gaze towards the left tricep and beyond the left elbow. Establish that connection through the palms. Press the palms in towards one another as you deepen through the twist. Have a quick peek at your right knee. Tack it back in line with the left. Send the weight into your heels. We're preparing for revolved half moon. So we lower the right fingertips, get light on the right foot as you extend the right leg back. The left arm reaches to sky. Can you gaze to the top hand? Hold it here. Maybe getting a little lighter on the right fingertips. Good. One more breath. I know it's a little shaky. It is for me. On the exhale, right knee to outer left shin or ankle. Inhale as you kick back. Left arm still reaching to sky. Exhale as we crunch. And then inhale as you kick it back. So it's a little curtsy crunch. Knee to outer left shin or ankle. And then kick back. One more time. Crunch. And extend. Last time, crunch. A little lighter on the fingertips. Good, and extend. We're slowly lowering the right toes down towards the floor. Easy twist. Prop yourself up onto the fingertips. Extend through the left arm. Energize through your back leg. Deepen your twist with your breath. All right, so just like someone is lifting you up to your open arm twisted crescent lunge, using your left arm, you rise up. Shoulders will stack right on top of the hips. If you lose your balance, just adjust your stance. Can you gaze to your back hand and bring your thumbs into your peripheral vision? Well done. Hold it here for 3 and 2. Good. On 1, the arms rise back up to the sky. Breath in. We're going to tip the weight forward on breath out, stepping directly back into our chair pose, into the twist. Option to add a little more depth. Maybe we're opening through the arms. Sit the hips down. Find your challenge here. Rinse and renew using your breath. Nice work. Let's release, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, taking your flow. If it's too much, meet me in down dog. Good. Downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Notice how the body feels. And just take into consideration where the mind is at. See if you can give up what you no longer need to create space, both in body and mind. We're going to come back forward to high plank. Inhale. Lowering down one forearm at a time. So choosing your variation with the arms. Forearms down. This time, we're going to take our big toe mounds to touch. We want the hips in line with the shoulders. Think of the sternum extending forward. Drop the heels to the right, center, to the left, center. Working with the obliques this time, to the right, center, to the left. Make sure that you're still breathing. Center to the left, center. We're going for 5. That's 5. And 4. Other side. Keep it at 3. 3. And 2. And 2. Final 1. Yes. Back through center. This time you'll lower the knees, sink the hips. Release the whole body to the floor. Turn the gaze over to the left. And taking a breath in and out. And then switch the gaze the other direction. And find your breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. The gaze comes back forward. Hands in line with low ribs. Let's breathe in as we rise through up dog or cobra. Down dog. Exhale. We're sending the right leg to the sky. This time it's our open hip stacked dog. So the right hip is stacked on top of the left. We're pointing the right kneecap right to the sky. We're heavy through the left heel, equalizing the weight through both of our hands. Can you lift the right knee just a little higher? Breathe in here. Breathing out, we're crunching right knee to upper left tricep. Try to work the knee as high as you can on that left tricep. Inhale, open. Exhale as you crunch and squeeze. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, we crunch and squeeze, transitioning to fallen triangle. Left heel grounds down. We're going to send the right leg a little wider and a little further up. Lift through the hips, open through the left shoulder. Good. Inhale. The exhale is where we can come out. Left hand comes down, right knee to chest. Roll to outer edge of the left heel. The right foot will step behind you, almost underneath your hips. Keep the right heel lifted. Lengthen through the left leg. Wild thing pose. Good. So without using the right hand, we're going to see if we can step right foot to the top of the mat. 5, 4. You could always use peace fingers to big toe. 3. To take that big step. 2. And 1. Warrior 2. Back heel grounds down. Open the arms. Find the heaviness through the hips. Steady your gaze. Well done. One more breath. Hands to hips. We're going to lengthen through the right leg. Turn right toes in and left toes in. And then kick the heels in for goddess pose. Dropping the hips nice and low. Your hands will rest onto your thighs. Continue to widen your thighs. as you sink the hips. So just like we did in that strange cobra, we're going to roll the left shoulder down as we peek beyond the right shoulder. Keep pressing the thighs wider. Back through center, inhale, right shoulder drops, and we're gazing beyond the left shoulder now. Yes, inhale, back to center. One more time each side. Exhale, left shoulder dropping, right shoulder is pulling back. Through center, breath in, and twist, breath out. Good, back through center. Reach the arms up and hold it here for 5. We're pressing in the outer edges of the feet. 4, 3. Try to lean the upper body back a little bit. 2. Good, on 1, hands to hips, we'll rise up. We're going to turn all 10 of our toes forward. Your back foot is angled at 45 degrees. Preparing for our revolved triangle pose. Right hand will rest on the sacrum, the left arm rises. We're going to hinge forward just so that the torso is parallel to the earth. 2 options. Left fingertips can come down just underneath the left shoulder to the inside of the foot, or you can cross your wrist over the right ankle. Little more intensity. Play with what is most accessible to you. From here, we turn the gaze beyond the right shoulder, and then the right arm can extend to the sky. We're feeling an internal rotation of the inner thighs, equal weight through the feet, lots of twisting and rinsing, very tricky balance. Stay with it. Good. Now take the gaze back down to the mat. Your right hand can come to your right hip. Touch the left fingertips down for revolved half moon. Once you're in that revolved half moon, the right arm can now extend to the sky, full expression. And we're going to crunch the left knee behind the right ankle once again. Inhale as you extend, and exhale to crunch. Extend, and crunch. Twice more. Good, extend it back out, inhale. We're going to crunch on the exhale. This time, the knee comes to the outer right ankle. We rest the left shin down. Right hand comes down for support. Sit the hips back. Ardha Matsyendrasana, or our seated twist. So just make sure that you've got both of the sit bones pressing down to the floor. If this feels a little too tight, you can always extend your bottom leg. You choose your variation. You'll get the same benefits in either one. So we lift and lengthen on the inhale, and then we're going to twist to the right. Use the exhale to deepen the twist. Feel free to kickstand the right arm, and then use the left elbow for a little more leverage. Lift through the chest. Turn the gaze all the way beyond the right shoulder, and then grow a little taller. Breathe here for 3 and 2. Good, and 1. Back through center. Gentle counter twist the other way. All right, we're going to heat it up just a little bit more. Let's add some spice. One more little core exercise. So this time, you're going to start in our boat pose, Navasana, but I'd like you to shift the weight onto your right bum. So your right bum cheek. The right hand is going to come behind your head. The right elbow is wide. So it's going to go like this. We're going to extend the legs out on the inhale. That left arm can reach forward. And then exhale, just the left knee comes in. Inhale, extend through both legs. Exhale, left knee comes into crunch. Inhale, extend. You're still on that right bum cheek. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You're halfway there for 5, 4, and 3, 2. Last one. Nice work. Come back through center. Take a breather here. You can align the shins to parallel with the ceiling, and then maybe release the arms. All right. From here, cross at the ankles, plant the hands, taking your flow. So moving through vinyasa, or you can meet in downward facing dog. Give your head a shake. Do what you need to come back to the present moment. One more breath. All right, other side, left leg to sky. Open and stack through the hips, bend through the left knee. Spread through your left toes. So thinking of a mix of both pointing and flexing, it could be called a floint. Just keeping that left foot nice and active. Equal weight through the hands. See if you can stretch a little more through the left hip flexor. The exhale, we're going to crunch, knee to upper right tricep. Try to lift it nice and high. Inhale as we open, just like a big yawn through the hips. Exhale as you crunch, knee to upper right tricep. Inhale, open. Last time, exhale as we crunch, then transition, fall in triangle, your back heel spins down, and then we extend this left leg wide and slide it further up. Roll the right shoulder open, lift your hips, keep the right leg really strong. Rooted down through the right heel, the head might drop back. Good. Using the exhale now as we look back down to the floor, left knee to chest, rolling to outer edge of the right heel, directly into wild thing pose. Keep the left heel lifted, extend out through right leg, open through the chest, energize through the left fingertips. All right, so if possible, without using your left hand, looking forward, left knee comes to chest, and maybe taking the bind as you help the foot step all the way to the top. Good. Here we are. Warrior 2, right heel grounds down. Open through the arms. Nice long stance, so heel to arch alignment or heel to heel. Hold this pose. Don't take anything too seriously. Just breathe, feel, adapt, and refine. Good. One more breath. Hands to hips, we lengthen through the front leg, left toes turn in, right toes in, kick your heels in. Back to goddess pose, hands onto the thighs, sit the hips down, and then the hands will widen through the thighs. We're taking a breath in here, the breath out, you'll lower the left shoulder, peek over the right shoulder. Back through center, and we twist over to the left this time. Right shoulder drops down, left shoulder pulling back. To center, twisting to the right, to center, over to the left. Good, to center, arms rise up, static hold for 5, for 4, press through the outer edges of the feet, widen through the thighs, 3, 2, good, and 1, rise up. Let's adjust all 10 toes to face forward. And then just check that your back foot is angled at 45 degrees. If it's too difficult to square the hips forward, widen your stance. Left hand to sacrum. Inhale, the right arm rises. We hinge forward so that the torso is just parallel to the earth. You choose fingertips to the inside or wrist crosses over the ankle, hand to the outside. Keep getting longer through the spine and then twist and lengthen through the left arm. Find your breath. Try to make the breath a little smoother, a little easier in the twist. Well done. We're going to gaze down towards the floor. Left hand can come to left hip. Take your right fingertips a little more forward and wide. Revolved half moon. Try to bring the torso, the heart forward, and then the left arm can reach to the sky. Lift through the right heel. Breathe in. We'll add those crunches. Curtsy crunch. Right knee to the outer left shin or ankle. Inhale as you extend. Exhale to crunch. Bend deep through the standing leg. Inhale. Crunch. Exhale. Almost there. Twice more. Last one. Good. On the last one, we slide knee to outer ankle. We lower the right shin down and then have a little seat back onto the mat, preparing for our seated twist rather. So if this is too tight, lengthen your bottom leg. Lift through the chest, inhale. And then exhale, let's twist to the left. Feeling a heaviness through the left sit bone. Press it down. If you want, you can add the left arm as your little kickstand. Right elbow can come outside of the left thigh. Growing as tall as you are, twisting from the mid-spine. Good, let's slowly release. Gentle counter twist the other way. Okay, unravel the legs. Let's get those oblique abs done on the other side. So we start in Navasana. Catch the back of the thighs, lift chest. And now send the weight onto the left sit bone or left bum cheek. Okay, from here, left hand behind the head, left elbow wide, right arm extends forward. Stay on the left side. Inhale, extend legs. Exhale, we want to crunch. Just the right knee comes in. You're keeping the left leg long the whole time. Exhale as we crunch and squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. It's tough. Exhale. We only have 5 more. Yes, for 4. You can do it. You're almost there. 3. And 2. Last one. Good. Let's come all the way back up into Navasana boat pose. Inhale here. And then exhale, lower the feet onto the floor, widen your knees. Baddha Konasana. You'll draw the heels in a little closer towards your hips. And then feel the pelvic bowl tilt forward. So I like to take my hands behind my hips to lift through the chest, trying to keep that as you cup the feet or even peel the feet open like you're reading a book, whatever's most comfortable to you. And then we keep the spine long as you hinge forward any amount. Let's find 3 breaths. Slow your breath down. Good. So with the help of our hands, we'll bring the knees back together. Walk your feet out. Your bum should be placed about halfway up on your mat. We're just going to lower down to the floor for 5, for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Figure 4. We're crossing right ankle over the left thigh. And then draw the left thigh in towards the chest as you press the right knee, right thigh away from you. So clasping the hands behind the left thigh or even on top of the left shin. Both feet are staying flexed and active. The shoulders are heavy. Feeling a stretch in the outer right glute. Good. And we'll lower the left foot to the floor. Keep the right ankle crossed over the left thigh. Extend the arms out like airplane wings. And then just scoot your hips a tad to the right. We'll lower the left thigh down to the floor, over to the left. We keep the cross of the ankle so the sole of the right foot also grounds down onto the floor. A gentle twist as we stay in the figure 4 shape. Good. So coming back to center, use the core, navel to spine to rise up, and we'll switch legs. Right foot lowers, left ankle on top of the right thigh, and then hugging the right thigh in, clasping the hands wherever you like. Energize the left knee away from you. Shoulders are heavy. Remember to flex through both sets of your toes. Always protecting the knees here. So one side's going to be a lot tighter, a lot more different than the other. I always think of giving that tighter side a little more love, a little extra attention, more purposeful breath, more healing. All right, keep the cross of the ankle. We lower the right foot down to the floor. I like to scoop my hips just a tad to the left before I drop the outer right thigh and left foot down to the earth. If you find that the left knee is collapsing down towards the floor, you can always press it away with your right hand. One more breath. We're going to use the inhale to come back through center, uncross the ankle. Good. Hugging both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then I'll leave it up to you. You can either come directly into Shavasana or take one last pose of your choice. Whatever that's still on your mind that will complete your practice. And then giving yourself ample time to let go. Leave the body alone. Try not to control the breath. Finding an ending to this practice. So I encourage you to stay here for as long as you like, or at least 10 extra breaths. Nice, long, easy breaths. I thank you for taking the time with me today, sharing your practice, your trust. My light is your light, yours mine. May we all shine together. Namaste. I'll see you again.